microphone again, even though I did charge it up for y'all. I just want to let y'all know that I came prepared. That's it. I just want to let y'all know that I came prepared today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't not prepared today. You know what I'm saying? I came prepared today. That's what I want to let y'all know. That's what I that's what I want to let y'all know that I came prepared today. You know what I'm saying? We was all ready to to do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We was all ready to do what we gotta do. I'm gonna wait for a couple of y'all to get in here, then we're gonna get right to it today. We are in the Philippines. We are in the Philippines today. Wait for a couple of y'all to get in here. Man, I believe I'm almost all the way caught up on my rest and stuff like that. I don't know what got a hold of me. Like that shit was trying to take me out. Like wickedness. Video I had watched it this rising. Oh, peace and love and light to you, brother. I appreciate you, bro. This is another story time right here. I didn't put it in the title though. Tripping, bro. But anyways, yeah, this is another story time right here. So this shit about to go hard. And yeah, I'm gonna let a couple more people get in here. Well, actually, I'm gonna give it about like another minute, and then we just gonna go. You know what I mean? We just gonna go. Yeah, we just gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more minute, then we just gonna go. Yeah. Today we're in the Philippines though, and we talking about how I opened up my third eye, and y'all see the hat, right? If y'all can't read it, it say fuck. So if y'all read the caption, one of them spears I think was trying to fuck, and I wasn't with it. I wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying? One of them spirits in the Philippines was trying to fuck you, boy. And I don't get down like that. You know what I mean? I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? Say that for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, peace, love, and light to y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We are the biggest. We bigger than everybody. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Bro, you had me cracking up about Deborah. Hey, I don't do no capping over here, bro. Deborah is Deborah. And if you ever met a Deborah in your life, then Deborah, she fits the description of a Deborah for sure. But hey, check it out, y'all. We're gonna get right to it. We're gonna get right to it. What's good? What's good with y'all? We're gonna get right to it though. So today we in the Philippines, man. And y'all know I just told a story yesterday about how I encountered a demonic, literally a demon right next to my bed in Atlanta. But y'all know me, I'm worldwide, right? Right? White. I'm worldwide, right? And I kind of been worldwide way before I got on Worldwide Hustle platform. You with 607 Unk and them, I was already worldwide. You feel me? I am the biggest, by the way, out of that situation. But anyways, we ain't talking about that today. We talking about how I saw the Shadow Man in the Philippines, and then how also I saw the Hat Man. I'm saying, but them stories, they not the same, but they go together. So, before I get going though, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, and share this. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the biggest. We bigger than everybody. You feel me? We bigger than everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And doing these, bro, kind of like getting back to these again, bro, because I ain't been feeling the best. So it's like, I be trying to give y'all my all and shit, but I'm just kind of still catching up, bro. Like, I think I'm pretty much good, though. Like, I'm pretty much good and where I need to be health-wise. I grounded today, and that shit helped. What's up with it, everybody? For some reason, like, I'm looking on on my business phone, and it looked different than this phone right here. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. What's good, though? What's good, though? I don't get it. Anyways, though, jump right into it. So I was in the Philippines, right? I was in the Philippines. I was in the Philippines for a few reasons. I was in the Philippines because one, me and my mama was getting into it back here in the States. And I'm saying that's a whole different story time right there. I might make that the next story time. But anyways, we was getting to it in the States because I was smoking weed and I was just being young and rebellious, and I wasn't trying to follow no rules and shit like that. There, my father wasn't in my life because he always kind of been a bitch ass nigga. Excuse my language, but I gotta keep it a buck. I'm saying I gotta keep it a buck. I'm saying he ain't never been in my life, so I like that structure at that time. I'm saying, so since I like that structure at that time, uh, I kind of like was just doing all the shit that you do when you have too much time on your hands and you don't have no discipline or no structure to come about. So you just go trying to find your own destiny, trying to find your own story. You know what I'm saying? That was me. So what was I doing? I was boosting outside. Hey, what's up with it? What's up with it, man? What's up with it, everybody? I'm gonna read y'all comments in just a second. Let me kind of get into the story a little bit. So what was I doing before I went to the Philippines? Just to give y'all a little background and like my mindset and who I was before I was going. And this hat, this is why I wore this hat too. This is the hat that I had. I used to wear all the time when I was boosting and shit before I went to the Philippines. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was boosting, and y'all know what boosting is. So it technically mean like you selling like stolen clothes or like stolen luxury items or whatever the case may be. I ain't steal nothing. I ain't never been a thief. I'm saying I ain't never stole nothing. I ain't never took from nobody, took from my own people, let alone. I'm saying I don't respect no thief. You feel me? I don't respect no scammer. I don't respect none of these niggas, bro. I hate these niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, that's not what I was doing. Uh, I was not um I was not scamming or nothing like that. I was boosting. So boosting mean like, I live in Oak Cliff, right? And if y'all know anything about Oak Cliff, America, Dallas, Texas, we got a store here that's called Big T Plaza. And so in Big T Plaza, you can go to Big T and you can go get you some Jordans, you can go get you some anything. You feel me? You can go get you some Louis V belts. You can go get you some Gucci, some Fucci. You know what I'm saying? You can go get anything that your mind is big enough to go get as far as designer wise. You can go get it at Big T. And it's like not real. You know what I mean? But if you really like do your research and do your homework with these luxury items and stuff like that, none of this shit is real. It's all fake. You know what I'm saying? It's all fake. Shout out to my folks in Texas from Iraq. Oh, what's up with it, guys? Shout out, peace and love from Iraq. My country went over there and fucked with you guys because we're bullies and because we're cunts. So shout out to Iraq. Or you might be in the service though. What were you doing? Yeah, listen to the story, dog. You don't hear me. Anyways, that's what I was doing. So again, if you ever been in Dallas, you ever been to Big T, you can get anything. You can get cologne, clothes, shoes, people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't lying to you, bro. You can get people in Big T. I'm not lying to you. So I say all that to say, um, that's what I was doing though. When I was 16, 17, I'd take like, for example, I'd take like $40 and I'd buy a Louis V belt. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy a Louis V belt and I sell the Louis V belt for $200. I'm saying, so straight profit. But I got it legitly. I got it from overseas. I got it from China. I got it from about where the story takes place in the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? This is where I got all my stuff from. So I got all this stuff and I would sell it at retail price. So I get it for the low, I sell it at retail price. Okay, boom. I was doing that. You have to go listen to my music. I got a lyric in my music where I say I counted 10 when I was 17. That was not cap. $10,000 for some people it ain't no money, but for the rest of us that's normal out here that's making it, yeah, that's a lot of money. And I was 17 when I counted it. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. But anyways, me and moms was not getting along. And it was about time for me to graduate. I just needed one more credit to graduate from high school, and I could have graduated early for real, but I ended up finishing my senior year later on some shit. So, anyways, me and moms wasn't getting along at all. That's a different story, but I had to go, you know. And I had an opportunity to go to the Philippines where I could study. I could go to school, college. You know what I'm saying? At 17, I go to college. I could go play basketball. You know what I'm saying? And I could just start a new life. You know, it was a good opportunity for me. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather had been over there. If y'all listen to my story, my grandfather had been over there for 10 plus years. So, he basically like a native at this point. So it was a cool thing for somebody who had never left the country forever. You know what I'm saying? I had never been nowhere. I mean, outside of my country. You know what I'm saying? I'm just at this time I'm little Nick from Cincinnati, little Nick from Dallas, Texas. That's who I am. All right, boom. I go over to the Philippines. Let's just talk about my. That shit was a whirlwind, bro. Um, y'all know, y'all see how I look, right? Y'all see how, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see how my complexion is, right? You know, I got a little tan right now, but anyways, I say all that to say, in the Philippines, I was dark skinned. You know what I mean, that's how they treated me. Like they said I used to get that I look like Michael Jordan, I look like LeBron James, I look like Kevin Hart. They used to tell me to dunk every time I touched the basketball. I had to go prove something. Like, it's just real like the most ignorant shit, you know what I'm saying, of my culture. That's what they expected from me. And I can't blame them because I was on all that. I was hooping every day. Um, I was rapping. I was doing all the stereotypical shit. That was me. But, I was the only black American student at my school. And the school I went to was called SolarMan University. Y'all can look it up. It's the oldest Protestant university in the Philippines. Protestant mean like Christian university, American Christian university. You know what I'm saying? Because Americans founded the school. You know what I'm saying? In the Philippines. Because, just a little brief history over the Philippines. So if you ever seen a Filipino, you might be like, damn, why Filipinos be looking like how they be looking? Like, they be looking like Mexicans sometimes. They be looking like Chinese people sometimes. They be looking like Japanese people sometimes. Korean people sometimes. Black people sometimes. That's because truly the native Filipino looks like me. They call them the Negroes. We get called niggas all over the world. We get called niggas all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's not different. Wherever we go, we get called niggas. And the reason they call them Negroes is a Spanish term because the Spanish kind of conquered the Philippines first. So the Negro and the Spaniard kind of created the modern day Filipino. But again, the modern day Filipino was mixed with Chinese because China occupied the Philippines for a little bit. I think Japan did as well. Japanese tortured the Filipinos. They hate the Japanese. Anyways, Japan occupied there for a little bit. America was there for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We were the last ones to kind of like infiltrate the Philippines. So this country had been infiltrated a lot, had been conquered a lot by a lot of different foreign entities. So, anyways, if you ever looking at your modern day Filipino and you want to know why they look the way they look, that's the reason why. Because literally they are a mixing pot. They big ass mixing bowl. Let's see what I'm missing. What's up with it? That flew over the ice wall. Nah. We might have to say that for another story time. YSG. Hey, congrats, bro, for real. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the congrats, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Oh, this is Saturday night special, by the way. So if you got something, go ahead and light you up something. Sit back and relax because you're in the right place. We are the biggest, by the way. We're bigger than everybody. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And y'all notice I ain't saying no names today because I ain't got to say these niggas' names no more. They know that we bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like, I got that out of my system just a little bit. So I just want y'all to know that y'all in the right place. So light you up something, sit back and relax as we talking about being in the Philippines and this tropical journey and how I saw the Shadow Man. So, anyways, I told y'all about how I kind of left and went to the Philippines. How I ended up getting there again because I was like, I just I wasn't. Home life wasn't good for me. You know what I'm saying? I needed something else. I needed something different. And I had an opportunity. So I'm in the Philippines. I'm going to school at SolarMan. Um, man, some of the most loneliest times of my life was like the first year of me being there. I was there for 3 years. The first year of me being there, I ain't had no friends. Not because I couldn't make no friends, but because like it was my first time being in a different country, bro. And I'm still like, I got this. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, like you ever heard that saying like too white for the black kids, too black for the white? That was me. That's always been me in my culture. Like I'm too white boyish for my people, but anybody else, I'm too niggish. You know what I'm saying? So it's like wherever I would go, I had that issue. So it's like I ain't meet nobody. And then the people I did meet, like, yeah, they was cool, but I would never hang out with them here. You know what I'm saying? Like initially speaking, when I first got over there, it got better as time went, and I had to change who I was in my mindset and shit. But for like the first year, shit was rough, bro. I ain't had no friends. All I did was hoop. All I did was play basketball. That's all I did. And again, in my classes and shit, they supposed to be speaking English. Them niggas did not speak English in class. They'll speak English. So for example, they be talking like this, but then they'll switch it to Malay Kabalut Kabalut Avasa. And then he came back like they go back and forth. Asamananaka Dayatput. And this is real Filipino language I'm speaking. But they would go back and forth all the time while you in class. And even though I sit like in the front of every class, I still would like that shit was hard, bro. They were supposed to be speaking English. This is an English university. Them niggas did not speak English, bro. That shit was hard, bro. So I'm dealing with that. Language barriers, obviously, cultural barriers. Oh man, we get into the shadow people. I'm just giving y'all a build up of what the fuck I saw. You know what I'm saying? Cultural barriers. It's like I'm seeing so much funny shit, bro. Like shit for me, culturally speaking. What's up with it, Nick? Culturally speaking, for like me, the shit was hilarious. But like it was normal for them. Like for example, it was funny for me to see grown men with their shirts and their bellies all over. I mean, I work out, so I can't really show y'all, but they'd be fat and they just be having their bellies out and they just be like this. You know what I'm saying? Or it was funny for me to see men, whoever, walking like this. Dead serious though. Remember when I told that story about Still Seven Unc and how he mugged the fuck out of me? You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? They kind of walk like that, but like on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They walk like that, but like on purpose. Like they be like, and they be dead serious. They be dead serious. And it was only me that could laugh. Because I'm the only one that's not from this shit. I'm the only one that thinks this shit is funny. Hey, I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We are the biggest, by the way. We bigger than everybody. But, yeah, I was the only one that could laugh. You know what I'm saying? I was the only one that could laugh. And I was like, whoa. Ain't nobody else seeing this shit. I just need one friend that understands how I think, that's from where I'm from, that can laugh. That can laugh with me. Laugh, bro. Ain't nobody else seeing this shit. So that would happen all the time. As far as talking to women and shit like that, I was 17 when I left. I kind of like, I ain't say I struggled with it before I left, but like I was still like learning, like, I was 17, bro, when I got there, bro. I was 17. I ain't know nothing about talking to females for real. I mean, my way of talking to them was like, shit, boy, y'all trying to smoke? What y'all trying to do? I'm trying to do something, which I ain't call y'all over here for nothing. It's fucked up, bro. I was a fuck boy. I was fucked up. I would never want somebody talking like that to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? But that's who I was. I was reckless. That's what I was. I was reckless. And I ain't even know how to stick it in. You know what I'm saying? But that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? That's a different story. But I'm just letting y'all know that it was lonely and I ain't had no friends and I ain't know who to talk to for like a year. All right, smooth. I say no, not even a year. Like, cause I got there, the school had already started, so I had to wait. I had to wait for a new school year. So I say about 6 to 8 months. It was like that. And I'm not even at school yet. I'm just hooping in my local neighborhood. And they call it barangay. A barangay is what they is the term for neighborhoods in the region of the Philippines where I was at. And the region of the Philippines I was at was called like they spoke Cebuano. So it's like a mixture of the Filipino language and Spanish. That's what I can speak. I can speak a good amount. You know what I'm saying? I can speak a decent amount. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's what they call it, a betting guy. So at my local betting guy is where I would hoop all the time, and I'm a legend in my local betting guy. I'm a legend in my section for sure. You know what I mean? They called me Westbrook, and they called me Norwood. Norwood was one of their national players in their national team. He was mixed with Filipino and black. Because, I had to try to blend in. So I lied to them folks and told them my mom was Filipino. Just anything I could do to fit in. You know what I'm saying? It still ain't work. You know what I'm saying? They could tell. You know what I'm saying? This nigga persona just could not be in me. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to school yet. I'm just around the culture. I mean, I'm seeing different shit that I ain't never seen before. I'm going further than anybody that's ever been. You feel me? At least where I'm from, Oak Cliff, where I'm from, Cincinnati. Nobody that I knew that I went to school with had ever did this. So I'm blazing trails for this shit. Okay, smooth. When you start opening up your third eye, um, your pineal gland, because it can get calcified over time. It can get calcified by what we eat, by what we drink, by our culture, by our conditioning. It can get calcified by a lot. Where was this at? You look like Yeet. Low key he do. This story is, y'all read my, god damn, y'all niggas ain't read the title before y'all came in. We talking about, we in the Philippines, man. We in the Philippines, y'all. We in the Philippines with this shit. I need y'all to pay attention. We in the Philippines with this shit. All right. So we going back and forth from the Philippines, Ohio. Yeah, back and forth from the Philippines and Ohio. That's where we at with the shit. But anyways, see, y'all made me lose my train of thought. What was that? What was the last thing I was saying? Made me lose my train of thought. Talking to you niggas. Talking to you niggas. What's up with it, bro? Made me lose my train of thought, bro. Anyways, I'm gonna just go where I think I left off. Oh, starting school. Oh, when you opening up your third eye, when you open up your pineal gland, it can get calcified, meaning it can get covered up. And a lot of people don't use their shit. That's why a lot of people don't dream. That's why a lot of people don't have any ideas. That's why a lot of people look at you crazy when you start talking about spiritual shit or stuff that's not normal. But we all know that normal shit is actually the most insane shit ever. Is actually the most lunacy. Being normal is just the craziest shit ever. How could you be normal in a world that's not fucking normal? Beyond me. But anyways, uh, our pineal glands, our third eyes, located right here, that we all have, can get covered up. They can get calcified by our conditioning and, you know, kind of like our indoctrination of education. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I was trying to fit in and shit. That shit ain't work. You know, again, too white, too white boyish for my own people. But you know, anywhere else, I'm too niggish. I can't win. I can't win with nobody. That's why I grew up saying fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's when I finally changed my mind. I said fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fit in with nobody. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I can't fit in with y'all. I can't fit in with y'all. Fuck it. Excuse my language, but it's real shit, real stuff, real spill. You know. Anyways, as you trying to open up your third eye, when you realize that you need to open it up, when you're trying to do a spiritual awakening, it's important. That's why they say you shouldn't do it without having like a teacher. You shouldn't just try to do it by yourself. Cause like I said yesterday, when you are dabbing into the spiritual, that's why I don't fuck with the occult shit. Meaning, like, I don't fuck with tarot cards. I don't fuck with anything outside of my spell. I don't fuck with spells. I don't fuck with witches. I don't fuck with none of that shit where you got to do shit outside of yourself to conjure something and try to, you know, conjure something else to start outside of yourself to bring something to you. I don't fuck with that shit. If it doesn't come from me naturally meditating and connecting with my highest power, I don't want the shit. Keep it simple. Speak to me, Lord. Speak through me. So, I say all that to say, I had started being interested in opening up my third eye. The reason I was interested in it because I had an idle mind. I had plenty of time on my hands. I had plenty of time on my hands to think about every different little shit that I want to do and how I want to do it. So, being spiritually inclined as I am, and again, this spiritual life you don't choose the spiritual life. The spiritual life chooses you. By the way, I just want y'all to know that. And a lot of y'all do know that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, without me knowing that, I just started doing different shit. What was the different shit I was doing? I started reading different shit. One of the books that I started reading was actually there's one book I'm about to tell y'all right now. I'm about to tell you niggas right now what the book I was reading is by David Icke. You want to fuck your life up like mine? Read this book by David Icke. Hold on, David Icke. I'm about to tell y'all the book right now. I'm about to tell y'all the book right now. I read the whole shit when I was 17. This is the first book that I ever purchased myself. Well, that I asked for some money to purchase. Or did I have some money left over? No, that was my money. No, that was my money. Yeah, I was a boss. Yeah, that was my money. I went to the Philippines, I think, with like a couple thousand, which was a lot for me, you know, at that time. But anyways, oh, this is the book I read at 17. Fucked my life up. Y'all can see how kooky that shit look like. So that's the book I read when I was 17. And I had all this time on my hands and shit like that there. Um, I read that, and just to give y'all a little brief what it was talking about, it was talking about everything. It was talking about shadow people, which we talking about today. It was talking about lizard people in high places and spiritual principalities and shit like that. You know, truthful shit. And at the time, I was the only one that kind of entertained. Well, in my family, I was kind of the only one that entertained the shit as being like something that's plausible, because I never believed that society was normal. Again, I've always been outside the box with this shit. I never believed that society was normal, so I was the only one reading shit like that there. So that's kind of like how my spiritual journey in the Philippines started, with lizard people. Lizard people. You know what I'm saying? And I was convinced that these motherfuckers were real. And one little brief thing before I tell y'all how I moved into my dorm room in the Philippines and how this shit came about. One of the things about the Philippines is it's a third world country. So in third world countries, the thing I like about third world countries is that like the veil between spirit and reality is thin as fuck, because there's not like a lot of noise pollution. You know, when you're outside the city for sure. Not a lot of noise pollution, not a lot of light pollution. You know, these LED lights be fucking with the spiritual realm. They don't like the shit. I'm just telling y'all. You ain't gonna never be able to see the shit in these big ass cities, because it's too much lights and too much noise and just too much bullshit going on for them. They don't like the shit. I'm just letting y'all know. So in third world countries, you're more than likely to have a supernatural experience, because again, you're in the old world, the real world. Excuse me, the closest thing to the real world. All right, smooth. So I finally get entered in school. Again, I just told y'all a little bit about school. They supposed to be speaking English in this bitch. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They speak English. They supposed to be speaking English 99% of the time. They speak English 40% of the time. The rest is their language. You know what I'm saying? Most teachers. Some teachers was cool as fuck and they spoke English the whole time. They did their job. Other teachers was bullshit. And they made life hard for you and shit, bro. And they spoke too fast and shit. And then they didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give a fuck. They got a thing in the Philippines called Filipino First law. Again, because they had been invaded by so many different cultures and countries and shit, that they got to put themselves first, because they kind of like don't got no backup or no allies, shit like that there. Anyways, y'all, this was my experience, right? Real lonely, real boring, but different though. I'm not mad at the shit. I'm just kind of like, fuck, bro. I'm trying to fit in. I'm trying to fit in. I'm trying to gain an identity with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, where the fuck the shadow people at, nigga? I had to tell you all this shit that happened before that led up in my mindset, because it's all important. When you have an open mindset and you don't have any direction, you are easily manipulated, and you can be easily influenced by the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know that shit. That's why I gave you all this background. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be easily manipulated and steered in any direction with the spiritual realm. All right, smooth. Oh, I left out the church I was going to. I got to tell y'all the church I was going to. All right, so check it out. So, what led up to about a week before I shot the shadow, man. I was going to this. I had been going to this. What the fuck kind of church? It was a Taoist slash Christian church. Yeah, if y'all ever know what Taoism is like a study of the yin and yang. It's like exactly what that is. It's not Buddhism. They don't worship a god. They worship or study up under a nigga. They worship in Taoism. They worship many gods and many spirits. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about finding the balance between everything. So Taoism is all about balance. And in my life at that time, I only wanted to, you feel me? I wanted to be balanced, because I felt imbalanced a lot. You know what I'm saying? I felt imbalanced a lot with my shit. So I was going to this church. Describe to y'all where this church was. This church was on the beach. It was through, like, it was in the ghetto too. In the ghetto in the third world country on my fucking goodness. Love from Grenada. I love Grenada. What's up with it? James going crazy. YouTube. What's up with it? Yo, bro, help me out. What the fuck you want, bro? Listen to my story, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What you want, bro? But anyways, I was going to this Taoist church, and it was on the beach, and it was like you got to ride through the hood, not the hood, bro, the trenches. Like motherfuckers booty naked outside, shitting outside, babies running around. You feel me? Men walking around, like just some ratchet shit, like some National Geographic shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to ride through that though, and then once you ride through that, the church is right here, the beach is right here. It'd be like not flamingos, it'd be peacocks and shit walking around. It's statues walking around. There's butterflies flying around and shit. I mean, it's like a movie. This church. And then when you go in, they don't have regular service like where a man get up and start preaching. Basically, it's like a big meditation ritual type of thing. And you take incense and you go in front of statues and you make your offer and then you say your prayer for yourself and then you go have communion with your church members. We go all eat and we just share food and shit together. But it's a vibe. It's exactly what the fuck I was looking for. I was looking for a vibe. I was looking for something where I could go, I can meditate. Y'all niggas don't talk to me and shit. I just say what the fuck I want to say to this shit. And then I go eat with y'all. Y'all feed me for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I was eating the dorm food and shit. And you could only eat. They only fed you twice a day. And, I didn't always wake up for breakfast. So I kind of only eat one time a day sometimes. But anyways, at this church on Saturdays, that's when they had the church. I would do that. You know what I'm saying? I would go there, take my incense in front of the statues, go eat, chase some flamingos. I mean, some peacocks and shit. Sometimes when ain't nobody looking, they ain't know I did that. But yeah, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? And then I go about my business. I ride back through the hood while they yelling at me and shit. LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? They saying all types of goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? But that was my life for like a month while I'm at this school. It's motorcycle life out here too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on a big moped. I'm skipping hella parts of the story, but I'm giving y'all what y'all niggas want. You know what I'm saying? The Shadow Man. I'm leading up to it. So, you might be like, okay, so how did that lead to the Shadow Man? So when I was in the church though, you need to ask me what the fuck was I bowing down to with my incense sticks? What was I doing with that? Mabuhay, kamusta ka, bye. I'm but. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Huh? You know what I'm talking about if he's Filipino, if he's Cebuano. You know what I'm saying? He might be Tagalog. I don't speak Tagalog, bro. But anyways, so that's what I was doing, bro. You feel me? You might be like, yeah, what the fuck was the statues? So let me tell you what the statues that I was bound down to with the incense sticks and shit. All right. Some of the statues I was bound down to with the incense sticks and shit. Some of them was a spirit of war, a spirit of fertility, a spirit of like magic and wealth and shit. And then also they had like rune shit, like scrolls that were like bro, it was a lot of shit going on now I'm thinking about it. They had like rune scrolls that you could pick like after you said your prayer, like kind of like runes. You ever did runes? Like you get in a bag, you shake the shit up, and you pick the runes out of the shit, and then it's like that's supposed to be like what the fuck you going through. You know what I'm saying? It was like that, but they own shit, like some ancient Mandarin type shit, because this is like a Mandarin religion tradition, some ancient Mandarin shit, and then you like you pick some scrolls out, and then like when you get it, it's a pink scroll. Boom, 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 boom. We should be good. 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 Can y'all hear me? All right. My trap just died. But anyways, you pick these scrolls out, and the scrolls is long form. And this is all in the Philippines, by the way. This is all at that church. This is all connected to the Shadow Man. So anyways, you pick them scrolls out, and then the scrolls will be written in Mandarin and shit, and then it have like, traditionally speaking, that's how it's always been written, but then like on the back, it'll have like the English version of like what the fuck they just said. Like, you will expect a visitor soon, or like any your court case, you'll win your court case. You'll be meeting your fiance soon. You know what I'm saying? Etc. It was some Oracle shit. That's what the fuck I wanted. Again, I was into some Oracle shit because I did not have any discipline with the spiritual shit. So I kind of just dove head first in it, and I kind of like just went for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I would do that often. I would pray down. I would kneel down and I would bow down and I would pray to my God. But also I kind of like pray to these statues too. I didn't know no better, bro. I'm just telling y'all what the fuck I did. I'm just telling y'all what the fuck I did, bro. So anyways, that's what the fuck I did. I would do that so much even that I had drawers full of these little pink scripts. I don't have them anymore because I got rid of all attachments. And then my Lord tells me I'm not supposed to have no idols about shit. So anyway, that's what I did. I had drawers of this shit, of these scrolls and shit. I had drawers of that shit, bro. Drawers of these scrolls and shit. My girlfriend at the time, well, I didn't have her yet, but anyway, I used to go to these churches with my girlfriend sometimes. She was from Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? And she spoke the shit, so it was dope. I had a dope ass life at that time, I thought. You know what I'm saying? I thought. But some of them statues that I was bound down to, they have very demonic faces, bro. And now that I'm thinking about it, I was out of my fucking mind for kneeling to some shit that I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Anyways, that's what I would do though. So that's one of the ways that I was connecting spiritually. I had no direction with the shit. I was just trying some shit. Okay, smooth. Okay, smooth. All right. How did you open up your third eye then? There's this plant in the Philippines. It's called the malunggay plant. My boy down here, he should know what I'm talking about. It's my birthday. I just turned 8. You should not be in my life. You should not be in my life. If you just turned 8 years old, please leave my life. I'm gonna still keep talking, but you know what I'm saying? Anyways, it's called the malunggay plant. You know what I'm talking about, bro. It grows everywhere. I'm saying it grew on my dorm, outside of my dorm. It grew on the campus. Literally, it grows so many different places that you can just walk up to. I would just walk up. I rip the branch off, and then I go take it back to my dorm room, and I go put it in a pot and boil it and drink the tea. But anyways, what it does is good for like arthritis. It's good for energy healing. It's good for anxiety. It's good for it's good for your blood pressure. It has so many medicinal purposes. But one of the things they don't tell you how I used it was opening up my third eye and opening up my crown, and also meditating with it. So I drink it, and I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Vibration, sound healing. I do that to open up this one right here and open up this one right here. I would do that every single day. I would do that every single day. Yeah. In Tanola. Yeah, I want to get my own energy hydration drink, mixing it with malunggay, but that's, some shit, some future shit. Anyways, that's what I would do every day. I would do that to open up my shit. That's what I would do every day to open up my shit. I would do that every single day. I would lay on the floor and I would meditate, and I didn't have no direction with the shit. I kind of like had some like selfish ambition, like, oh, I want a girlfriend, or I want this girl. It was all kind of like rooted in like lust. I was trying to open up my shit. So I kind of like understand why I attracted this negative entity. So we getting there though. I would do this every day. Right? Every single day. And then when I would pray for signs. I would pray for a vision to see the spiritual realm. I would do that every single day. All right. Would lay it up to the shadow man coming. I told y'all the story already about me astral projecting outside of my body, but I'll just briefly tell it because again, this is in the same dorm room where all this shit happened, and it all happened in the same day with the shadow man and the astral projecting shit. So again, what I was trying to do some voodoo on this girl. Her name was Thana. I didn't know it was voodoo. Her name was Thana. Thana was sexy. Sexy. She looked like a black girl, but in the Philippines. She was Thai and Filipino. You know what I mean? She was slim, thick. Like, she was bad, bro. And I bagged her, but I ain't bag her for real. Like, she just kind of like entertained me for like months. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I was trying to do some voodoo on her. I was trying to infiltrate her dreams. I was trying to like make her love me. I didn't know that was wrong. I'm not saying it was right. I'm just saying that's what the fuck I was trying to do. I was trying to infiltrate her dreams. I wanted her to love me like I love her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know her. I just wanted her. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing else worked. And again, I had too much fucking time on my hands. I can't stress that enough to y'all. I had too much fucking time on my hands, y'all. Too much fucking time on my hands. All right, cool. So, I say all that to say that I was in a negative headspace. Anytime you're trying to do voodoo or anytime you're trying to infiltrate someone else's aura, you better know that other people are protected by God, the Lord thy God, just like you. You know what I'm saying? And not even only that, when you step out onto that spiritual highway and you don't have no blinders on, or you don't got your rear view mirror set up, you gonna get hit by something. You gonna get hit by something. That's what happened to me. I got hit by something. So not only was I not able to astral project and infiltrate her dreams because I tried it. I remember specifically one time I was trying to infiltrate. She was in a parking lot and I was trying to get inside the car with her. And before I was able to get inside the car with her, something told me no. You know what I'm saying? And I came back to my body and I woke up. I was doing voodoo on a high level before I even knew what the fuck voodoo was. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the fuck I was doing. Too much time on my hands. So, okay, smooth. I had tried for like a week straight to infiltrate this Thana's dreams. It didn't work. So eventually, what I did or what I said was, let me try to leave my body and go see if she really loved me. You know, let me try to leave my body and see what the problem is. Like, see why this girl is like leave me on the loop. Like, why she don't like me. I mean, why she playing with me? Like, why she playing with me? Let me go see. So I'm drinking the Malunga tea. Remember, it's helping open all this. I'm doing I'm asking for signs. I'm praying to deities that I have no idea about. I'm doing all this in tandem, right? I'm gonna read y'all comments in just a second, y'all. What's up with it? 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 I'm doing all this in tandem, right? I'm in my own content house. I'm doing all this in tandem, right? This one particular day, I'm ready for it. I leave my body. I prepare the night before, and when I prepare the night before on the ground, drinking the Malunga tea, I get in the bed that night knowing that I'm gonna astral project as I fall asleep. I fall asleep and I astral project. Again, the way that I knew that I was astral projecting and I was still in my body, I said, when I leave my body, I'm gonna make sure that is real by going to go look in the mirror. So I went to go look in the mirror. I went to go look in the mirror. When I went to go look in the mirror, it was all wavy and shit. So I knew it was real because the real spiritual realm is wavy and shit because it's all energy and shit. It's all energy and shit. And when I went to go do that, I turned to my door and I went to go open my door. And before I opened my door, I heard a loud voice. Now I know it was the voice of God, the Most High, my highest self, speaking from God. It told me, go back to your body because if you stay out too long, they're gonna come and take it over. Who the fuck was they? I'm about to tell you. I came back to my body. And I don't like in the spiritual realm, that shit is like time is not the same as, this shit. Like an hour in the spiritual realm could be like a year in real life. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. So anyways, I turn around, I run back to my body. And as soon as I run back to my body, I wake up like that. All right, cool. Everything's supposed to be cool, right? No. I go to sleep that morning because I woke up probably like 6, on some fuck shit because again I was trying to do some fuck shit and go infiltrate that girl dreams and now I kind of fucked it up. So I come back to my body, I wake up, I go back to sleep. As I go back to sleep, I keep having visions of something coming in my room. I keep having visions of something black coming in my room. And not only do I have visions of the shit, no Diddy on this shit, by the way. Not only no Diddy on this shit, by the way. Not only am I having visions of some shit coming in my room, I felt something behind me. I felt something behind me. Yo, again, no Diddy. I felt something behind me. No diddy. Something was no diddy, bro. Something was poking me, bro. Something was poking me, bro. He was trying to fuck, bro. And when I looked behind me, it was a shadow person. It was a shadow person, bro. He was trying to poke me, bro, in my backside, bro. And so I turned around. It was a shadow person, bro. It was black from his head to his toe. It was black and it was like the same size as me. It was black though, like not black like a black person. You know, there's no such thing as black, but like it was the actual color of it was midnight. It was black. Like you couldn't see his face, you couldn't see his eyes, you couldn't see nothing. It was just pitch black, and it was behind me. And when I seen it behind me, I jumped up. I don't remember what I said, bro. I don't know if I said Jesus, if I started praying. I believe I started praying, but it only went away after I closed my eyes and opened them back up to make sure I saw what I saw. But I know what the fuck I saw. I saw a shadow man. And the reason the shadow man came and was perverted with me is because I was perverted and I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I was fucked up. And when you fucked up and you are on this spiritual highway trying to attract some shit, you can attract the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? You could attract the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? YouTube be playing with my numbers. Like I keep seeing y'all comments, but then I see like one here, I see 25 here sometimes. I don't know what's going on. YouTube be playing with me. Yeah, it was like it wasn't just the outline, bro. Like I saw it. It was a physical, like it looked like me, but black. But midnight black. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the outline, it was midnight black. And it was bald head and it was black and it was trying to poke me in my back. You know what I'm saying? It was a gay spirit. You know what I'm saying? It was a gay spirit trying to do something with your boy, and I wasn't with the shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a gay ass spirit. You know what I'm saying? A gay ass spirit trying to do something. You feel me? And I turned around on this some shit because I felt it. I felt, you know what I'm saying, trying to poke me and shit. Like, you feel me? Trying to do something. Like, I felt it. So, I turned around, and that's what the fuck I saw. It was black, bro. It had no eyes. It had no mouth. But it was like, it was a person, bro. And again, the reason I attracted that I know because I was living in lust, and so I just attracted, in that spiritual highway, I attracted a lustful parasite to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what the fuck happened. And that was like when that happened, I stopped going to that church. I stopped getting on the floor, meditating like that. I stopped doing all that shit, bro. I stopped doing all that shit. I was like, bro, this demon just tried to rape me. This demon tried to rape me, bro. Tried to rape me, bro. Non-consensually. Rape, bro. I'm not into that shit, bro. He tried to do something with me, bro. Tried to do something with me, bro. He tried it, bro. He fucking tried it, bro. That's what happened with that one, bro. That's what happened with that one. Hold on. Before I tell that shadow man, the hat man, let me read some of y'all comments real quick. Ayahuasca and DMT. Um, light make my teeth look bad. Ayahuasca and DMT, fourth dimension realness or something. That's exactly what the fuck it was. If you don't 100% believe in the Father, that can't happen. Yeah, I didn't 100% believe in shit at the time. You know, you gotta listen to the story. But yeah, I ain't believe 100% believe in nothing. That's why I was vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I was not spiritually protected. I did not have my full armor on. You know what I'm saying? I was out here playing with the spirit, but I was raw dog in the spiritual realm and I caught something. You know what I'm saying? I got what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? It's not what the fuck I wanted. You know, kind of like in real life, you know? Consent is everything. Tell that demon you ain't gay, but they should live their best life elsewhere, but doesn't sound like the living gays I know. Yeah, consent is everything, you know. That's why I know a lot of warlocks and a lot of people that dwell in this occult shit. I know that they deal with this shit too. Because whenever you're in contract with these demonic beings, with these spiritual entities, they always trying to fuck you over. Even if you think you got control, even if you think you're stronger than them, they always gonna find a way to fuck you over or try to fuck you, literally. Literally, that's what that demon was trying to do. He was trying to fuck me, and I'm not with that. I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? He could have asked me, and I would have told him. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like when I felt the nigga trying to get behind me, I kind of like turned around real quick, and I kind of like, I guess he knew then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, Yeshua and Yeshua got your back. Also in Philippines, heard the hella remote areas. Yeah. I was in Dumaguete, bro. So in Dumaguete is like again, it's not Cebu, it's not none of that shit. It's not Mindanao, it's not none of that shit. So it's kind of like quiet. I mean, they've updated the city now, but when I was there, particularly, what I'm saying, it was like real low key still. So the spiritual realm was right there. You know what I'm saying? He had a hat like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, this leads me to my next story real quick. I know it's a couple of y'all in here, but fuck it. We gonna just tell the story. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna tell the story. So that was the shadow, man. And again, how I was vulnerable to that shit is because I had opened up a spiritual highway, one, by opening up my third eye without guidance and without the protection of the Most High. Two, praying to entities and deities that I had no idea about and giving all my personal information about. Again, because these entities can't read your mind, they can only try to influence you. That's why they say they roam around like lions, looking to see who they can kill and destroy. Because these motherfuckers are abominations, and they used to be mixed with animals and shit like that. There, and they roam around looking to see who they can prey on. They prey on the weak and the vulnerable. I'm saying, and I was vulnerable, and I was weak in the spirit, and I didn't know. So that's what the fuck they did, and that's what happened in the Philippines. Fast forward though, the Hat Man. I've heard a lot of stories about this gentleman, the Hat Man. I've heard stories about him all my life, kinda, but I didn't experience anything until I say about 2022. I'm living in Lincoln Heights, Ohio at this time. Anybody know about Lincoln Heights, Ohio? We famous for a lot of shit. One of the reasons we famous Lincoln Heights, Ohio is famous is because Lincoln Heights, Ohio. If y'all seen them stories on CNN and shit, it went viral like earlier this year. But when the Nazis in Ohio tried to storm the bridge and a black neighborhood confronted them with guns and shit like that, yeah, that was my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That was my neighborhood. Anyways, how the Shadow Man came about. So let's just talk about a company you keep first and foremost. I like to give a background on my shit. The company that I kept at this time, some of these niggas might be watching right now. Niggas don't be spiritually inclined like you. My relationship with the Most High at this time in 2023 was way better than it was when I was in the Philippines. I had put away all types of depravity, all types of occultic type behavior with tarot cards, with anything outside of myself. I gave away all that fuck shit. I put it all to the side. I wasn't doing that no more. The only thing I was doing was still being lustful and shit. You know what I'm saying? And just, just doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing. But as far as connecting with the Lord, as far as trying to know the Lord, as far as worshiping anything else outside of the Lord and the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Even then, my understanding of the Most High was different than it is right now. But still, I'm just letting y'all know I wasn't doing nothing else besides that. That's what I was doing. All right, smooth. So I'm living in Lincoln Heights at this time. I got a house. I'm renting it from my friend grandma. And it was supposed to be my house, but you know how that shit goes. It's his grandma. So when that nigga came, cause I let you know what I mean. He wasn't living there at first, but then when he came and shit, he kind of took the shit over. Kind of, not kind of, sort of, but he did it in his own way because this nigga don't like listening to nothing besides himself. Some real, you know what I mean. So anyways, that's what it was. So it was me, this nigga, another one of our people, because it was a nice house, a nice size house, upstairs, downstairs. How many bedrooms is that shit, bro? One, two, like 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, upstairs, downstairs. You feel me? For that was my first house. So for me, I was doing good. You know what I'm saying? This is my first house. I paid for it to get in there. You know what I'm saying? I paid for it. You know what I'm saying? That was my shit. And I let everybody else come. You know what I'm saying? So, the company you keep can attract a lot of shit, bro. If you live in a spiritual, righteous life, but you got motherfuckers in a house that don't give a fuck about this shit, that do all types of other shit that's literally against the grain of what the Most High want, you know what I'm saying, you can attract all types of demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? So, how the Shadow Man, how the Hat Man came about. Y'all seen that movie? It's not a movie, it's a show. And it's either called Them. It's not Us. It's not Us with where with the you know, the doppelganger shit. It's not them with the scissors and shit. We tethered. It's not them. It's more like it's the other one. It's Them. I think it's called Them, right? Oh, the South Central family from the black family from South Central, and they was living in South Central in the early 1950s, and they was getting like terrorized by the white people and shit. You know how white folks do, but they was getting terrorized by white folks and shit, and they got haunted and shit like that. There, y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know that show? Anyways, yeah, that show came about. Anyways, I had kind of like what I would do with my. Let me just let y'all know the difference between how it was when it was just me in the house to when other niggas came and the spiritual vibes that came. So, anyways, when it was just me in the house, I'm incense in my house every day. Not to say that you need incense to be spiritually pure, but I use it as a method of cleansing, and I use it as a way for me to connect to the Most High and pray. So I go to each room and I pray over the room. I pray over my house. Because, you know, every time you come in and out of the house, you bring in different shit with you. You know what I mean? That's why you need to guard your mind and guard your thoughts every time you leave. Every time you come back, you need to guard your mind and guard your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I know that now from what I'm about to tell you. So I would do that again. I knew that, just something told me to do that every day. I would do it every day when I come home from work. I do it in the morning. I pray over every room, everything, every creak and cranny in my house. I prayed over it until these niggas started coming. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't want to go in their rooms and shit no more. You feel me? I'll let them niggas do it. So I stopped praying all the time. And at this time, it went from being just me in the house to, and it was supposed to be a content house then. Like, I've been trying to do this shit, y'all. Way before I met 607 Unk, bitch ass. Way before I met any of these people. I was been trying to do the content house shit. I just, you feel me? I had never been around like-minded niggas who actually do what the fuck they supposed to be doing to get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, it had been just me for a while. Then it was all these other niggas. It was me. It was so one, me, I'll call him Key. Then I call another one Leak. And then I call another one Czar. So, and then Czar bring his girlfriend and shit over there sometimes. So sometimes it'll be like 4 or 5 people extra in the house and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers. A lot of motherfuckers, bro. A lot of motherfuckers, bro. Anyways, uh, yeah. So it went from being just me to all these people in the house. All right, smooth. When it's just you in the house, you can naturally feel when the energy is off or something shifting or, you know what I mean, something ain't going right. Because again, you just dealing with your own vibes and shit. And it's not like, you know what I mean, there's nothing outside of you that can like, you know, fuck it up. That's why people's homes is really their castles. Like that, you know, it's a lot of meanings in his words and shit. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. So you can tell when something changing when it's your house, when it's just you in there. But at this time, I'm not really paying attention to the different vibes. And again, I got all types of different females coming in and out. Everybody did, but I had the most. I ain't gonna lie. I had the most coming in and out. Like every other day, I had something new. You know what I'm saying? Coming in and out. So, you know, it was me too. I mean, it was me too for sure. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, at this time, I had been watching this show called Them. And um, just to let y'all know, these people do witchcraft on a high level, and sometimes they do it through these shows and shit like that there, and they try to conjure these spirits and allow them into our realm through these shows, through the wickedness of these shows. So I was watching this show called Them on Netflix. I'm telling y'all just because I'm telling y'all what to look out for. You can go watch it if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it was a good ass show as far as the storyline and the plot, but it's so demonic and so fucking real. That's the best way I can put it. So real that it's kind of scary. But anyways, I've been watching that for a while now. I have been watching it. I think it had like 2 seasons, and each episode was like 2 hours. So at this time, I'm on season 2. You know what I'm saying? Damn near. I only got 4 episodes left. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching all this shit, and then it's the most wicked shit again. Not only is it wicked because we seeing how blatant and open racism used to be, and it's going back to that now. Now with this current administration, is going back to the shit. But you see that and how like just my people just had to go through so much fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So that is already negative. And then like so they show that, and then they show how it used to be even before those times in the same area. So it'll show like 1950s, excuse me, it'll show like 1950s Los Angeles South Central, and then it'll go back and it'll show like 1875 Los Angeles South Central in the same area. You know what I'm saying? So in this particular area, this family or this area South Central used to be like Quaker land, like the white folks, with the big hats and Quakers, like the oatmeal looking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's who used to live in this land before it became South Central. Before it became Whitesville, and then eventually modern day times before it became the low income neighborhood where black people and Mexicans get stuck at. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So it just showed the progression from old to more recent to modern day. That's what it was in this show. So in this show, this family again had moved to South Central LA, and they didn't know like the property had they like these homes were really nice homes, but they were cheap, and they didn't they thought they found them a good deal. You know what I'm saying? So since they thought they found them a good deal, she moved her whole family over there. The husband, was a husband, a wife, and I think they had 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? And they moved over there, and immediately they were figuring out why this shit was so cheap. One, because these white people are terrorists and they terrorize them in their own neighborhood. I mean, they burning down their shit. They telling them nigger go home. Like, just domestic terrorism shit, bro. These motherfuckers are the worst. But anyways, shit like that. And then on top of that, there's something else going on. There's literally something off going on. There's something demonic going on. So I'm watching this shit, and I've always had an interest for the occult and just for otherworldly shit. So it's like this shit got my full attention because again, I know I done seen demons before in my dreams. I done seen them in real life. So I know what the shit look like, and I know what it feel like. And this show is giving me all the feelings and the sights of what this shit actually looks like. So there's a character in the show. He was in the 1800s. In the same land, he was supposed to be a preacher. He was a preacher that was supposed to be in this area. These people were against slavery. They were against, all the sins of their people. They were against the sins of their people. They were against the shit, supposedly. So there was a couple, a slave couple who they had been slaves. They had been free. You know what I'm saying? And they was just wandering from town to town, kind of like just trying to start a new life. They came upon this town. They didn't even want to stay for real. They just wanted but they wanted to do some work real quick so they could get some supplies so they can keep going about their business. You know what I'm saying? But being that this town was such a progressive town and it was a Protestant town, and it was built on, there was no leaders here. There was only a community. That's what they kept preaching. There's no leaders here. There's only a community. So being that was the case, they went there and they ended up staying there for a while. They convinced them to stay. But these people, they were fake progressive. They weren't real progressive. They were progressive with themselves. They didn't really see black people as human. You know what I'm saying? So what they ended up doing was, at first they kind of like had the black dude working with them and shit, as an equal member. But what ended up happening was, they had been there for like a week or so, and then they kind of started feeling like, man, we kind of been here for a while. I kind of feel like these people don't want us to leave. So what ended up happening was, they tried to leave, and then they realized, the white folks realized that they didn't never wanted them to leave. They need them to stay, and not only do they need them to stay, they need to what the fuck was they gonna do, bro? Something happened to where they had to kill him. They had to kill him. They had to kill the black. So they hung the pregnant woman and they hung the man. They hung them both. And the woman and the dude had so much spiritual power that basically I think they was witches. The woman was a witch. The woman was a witch. She cursed. She cursed them. She was like, you know what? That's what y'all doing. All right, bet. Y'all gonna be cursed forever. Your children's gonna be cursed in this land. They're gonna be cursed. It's gonna be a curse upon you. And they burnt everybody in church. So they hung the man and the woman, but everybody else died too. So I was kind of happy about that. But what ended up happening was now this whole land is cursed, and the house that this black family got, including other black families, they on cursed land, and they kind of like be getting visited by these demons and shit all the time. All right, cool. How I ended up seeing this Hat Man and experiencing this Hat Man was after watching this show so long, I kind of like opened up a portal in my home, and I didn't see it right away. There was I just told y'all I had a dude living in my basement. His name was Czar, and Czar had his wife, not really his wife, but his girl. You know what I mean? They was basically married. Had his girl living in the basement, and they said one night, and I felt some weird shit this night too. Again, I don't always see shit, but I feel shit. I went outside and I saw a shadow this day. I saw a shadow kind of like streak off to the right or to the left or something like that in the corner of my eye. But I saw what I saw. Whenever you see these shadows, you see what you see. You know what I mean? You're not tripping. You're not tripping. I saw what I saw with the shadow, and I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay. I'm just like knowing it's weird tonight. That's it. I'm just peeping weird vibes tonight. But I mean, ain't got nothing to do with me for real. It's just, it is what it is. Maybe it's one of these niggas demons. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's one of these niggas demons. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So I come back in the crib. I don't think nothing of it. Um, I go to sleep that night. I'm having like weird dreams though. I can't remember what the dream was. But anyways, I wake up the next day. Czar tell me that him and his girl, while they was downstairs and they was talking, they saw a shadow man standing over. They saw a man with a hat standing over in the corner in the basement. So if you describe the basement to you, it's one of them old school basements too. It's one of them creepy basements too. I mean, the stairs is made out of wood, so every step make a noise. It's dark and danky and down there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, there's only one light, and the light got, it's one of them pulling strings lights, not a flip switch. You got to pull the string light. So it's a creepy ass basement. So the corner would be, you got the stairs, and then off and to the right, you got, the rest of the basement, the other half of the room. And then off to the left, you got like the washing machine, the dryer, and then the toilet. And then behind that, we had a studio set up. And then off in the corner, it was a room set up. That's where him and his girl be at sometimes, not all the time for real. They be on my couch and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's where they was at. They was on a couch outside in the studio section, looking off, to the right side of the stairs. And that's where they say they saw a tall white man with a hat. And they thought they was tripping. So they kept looking. And then the more they kept looking, the more that shit kept like kind of like fading away. But they saw what the fuck they saw. They saw what the fuck they saw. So through me watching this shit, I opened up a portal to some shit. Because again, my spiritual discipline had been nulled. I was dwelling in lust heavy. Different women in and out my house every other day. You know what I'm saying? I opened up a portal. And they saw what the fuck was meant for me. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of my stories. I did my best with this one, but we're gonna keep it going. I appreciate y'all being here. He had a hat like Raiden. Yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. But yeah, I didn't see the Shadow Man or the Hat Man anymore after that. But I knew that they wasn't lying to me again because I saw the shadows all the time. I would see streaks in the corner of my eye. And I don't think I was the only one that conjured the shit, but I think I helped by opening up a portal in the doorway by letting that shit play so much in my house and in my home. You know what I mean? And yeah, that demonic presence was in my basement. Yeah. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all being here. This was a conclusion of the Saturday night special. We the biggest and we the best to do this shit, period. So y'all should fuck with us. I go by the name SolarMan. Y'all should tap in on all platforms. SolarMan on TikTok. But other than that, peace, love, and light to y'all. I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.